And you're welcome to the Stadio Tommaso Fattori in L'Aquila, a 90-minute drive out of Rome and into the mountains, where Italy and Ireland prepare to lock horns in round 2 of the Women's Six Nations Championship for 2017. Well, Ireland come into this looking for back-to-back wins after a narrow and dramatic victory over Scotland last time out. The Italians hoping to bounce back after losing to Wales in their opening game. And as you can see, the results of the weekend make for a very one-sided viewing so far. England 63-0 against Wales, and France putting 55 points past Scotland, who, don't forget, drove Ireland all the way in Broadwood Stadium last weekend in Glasgow. What that will mean as the championship progresses, we'll wait and see. But England lead the way with the bonus point victory yesterday. France and Ireland locked on 5 points each. But Ireland, if they do pick up a 4-try bonus point today, would go to the top of the championship table. Decent crowd here have gathered on both sides and expecting an entertaining game. Conditions absolutely ideal. A fresh, calm afternoon for a game of rugby, considerably colder than Rome yesterday, but the players won't mind that, and we're almost set to go. Beside me, former Ireland international Fiona Coughlin, and Ireland looking to improve, Fiona, on what they would have put out against Scotland last week, but the Italians, I'm sure, would love to please the home crowd here.
Certainly, the Irish performance last week was disappointing, but at the end of the day, they got that bonus point win and put them on top of the table where they wanted to be. Going into this match, it's going to be a different opposition, tougher opposition. Last year's score was 14-3 in Donnybrook, and for much of that match, the Italians put it up for the Irish. So, I think the Irish pack are definitely, I suppose, more experienced and more cohesive when they get things right, but they'll get nothing easy from Italy here.
And I imagine it hasn't been an easy week as far as John Tierney and the coaching staff have been concerned as well. Plenty of errors to pick up on as Claire Malloy leads out the team. Nice gesture from Paula Fitzpatrick to let her lead Ireland out on her 50th international cap, the open side for Ireland. And she has fond memories as well of playing against Italy, which we'll go into a little bit later on. So Ireland's out, and here come the hosts, and a decent reception for them, as you'd expect. The Italians making life difficult for Wales in large parts of the game last weekend. They certainly had their chances, particularly toward the end of the second half, but they just couldn't put the final execution together to get over that line. Ireland will not have it easy here, and if they don't improve their performance, you expect a very tough battle. Officials out, taking their place as well. As I mentioned, it's a beautiful afternoon. Calm conditions for goal kickers and for some running rugby, which we hope will produce plenty of tries. We will stand for Ireland's call and the Italian national anthem.
still.
Well, the home side made 2 changes in an attempt to freshen things up this week. The pack unchanged from that defeat to Wales. Camerano, Locatelli and Giordano retain their places in the back row, while out wide Sofia Stefan comes in at inside centre to partner Maria Shofi.
Andrea, give us those teams again, obviously, will you? Once it's Sims.
And you're very welcome to the Stadio Tommaso Fattori once again in L'Aquila as we prepare to kick off up in the mountains. 90-minute drive out of Rome, as I was saying earlier on, but beautiful conditions as we look at the replacements bench for both teams there. Good to see Sophie Spence back in the squad, and Kieran Cooney also comes in as cover for the second row. But changes for both teams after the opening match, and Fiona, plenty on the line here. Ireland going for 2 wins out of 2. We saw the results from the weekend. England and France hammering Wales and Scotland respectively. Ireland need to get a win here on the road.
Yeah, no, they do, and I suppose the history against Italy, the last time we lost them was 1997, and we haven't lost to them since, and the closest game since then was the Grand Slam game, 6-3. Apart from that, it's been pretty much Ireland. Last year, there was a few frights in the game where Ireland pulled it out, then 14-3 in the end. But Italy have some really exciting players. Furlan at full back, if she gets any space, she's a really exciting runner, and Barrettine, the scrum half, she really controls the game for them.
Yeah, try for Furlan against the Welsh last week. Referee from Australia is Rachel Horton. Amy Parrott, also from Australia, and Maria Pacifico from Italia are on the sideline. John Mason, the TMO, if required. So beautiful afternoon, as I said. Perfect conditions for a game of rugby, and Nora Stapleton is going to get things underway in her 42nd international cap. The fly half for Ireland from Old Belvedere in Dublin. Lindsay Peat, who scored a try last week in Broadwood, makes the first tackle, and a crash ball to Melissa Bettoni, the hooker, straight into the thick of things. And there for the scrum half, Sarah Barrettine, most experienced player. 48 Six Nations game for the Italian scrum half, and as Fiona said, so much of what they do, particularly what goes through her. Taken up by Lucia Guy. Jenny Murphy strong in the tackle, trying to hold her up, has to let go. And there for Barrettine once more. And they work this near side. Here is Furlan, the try scorer from last week. Tackled by Malloy on her 50th international appearance for Ireland. Barrettine feeds, little offload from Giordano, the Italian number 8. Chance to move it now. Rigoni to fly half. Good tackle from Naubu. Broke the line and got up well to make that hit. And Ireland managed to get hands on the ball. And options left and right. Penalty advantage coming as well.
Turnover was good. Ruck formed.
Good start.
Really good start, really good line speed from Ireland, much improved than last weekend. There's a hunger and a want there in coming up to make the hits, and a brilliant hit by Seni Nupu to turn over that ball. Yeah,
she's so aggressive on an inside centre channel, not only with ball in hand, but obviously in defence as well. And that was a thumping tackle to stop the Italians, who were looking comfortable in possession, as Stapleton looks to find touch and set up an Irish line out inside the 22.
This is a really good attacking platform for Ireland. Their line out went so well last week, so they're going to probably look to hit in the centres and move it a little bit.
So Leah Lyons to throw.
This is a mark.
Highfield hooker for Ireland. Plenty of big targets in there. Mary-Louise Riley used very well and effectively, as she has done throughout her entire international career. It is Riley who goes up. And those long arms secure possession. Ireland looking to set them all here. Good shove by the Italians. Look at that strength in the pack though. And now Elsa Hughes being told to use it. Stapleton looks to release Tyrrell. Hannah Tyrrell back in the Ireland starting 15 after playing with the sevens team in Sydney last week, but she's lost the ball on contact there, and the Italians decent defensive work. Sofia Stefan to get the hands on the ball. Kick clear by Ragoni. Marie Coyne is underneath it. She's got two in front of her. Tries to go on the outside. Tackle from Maria Magatti. And Ireland get possession back. Pete just over the 10-metre line. Stapleton has 4 players out wide. Hughes fires a good pass out. Stapleton flat ball to Nupu. Couldn't hang on to it. An advantage now to Italy. None coming. Second knock on. I think Baratine thought she was away, but it's an unforced error there from Ireland. The pass at her feet, really.
What you will notice about Italy's defence is that it is quite narrow, so Ireland will think that there's space out there, but they scramble quite well to actually make the tackles. A disappointing feature of Italy's game over the last number of years has been their kicking. Like, Rigoni really should have found touch there, and it was their Achilles heel last year against Ireland.
Yeah, it's giving Ray Coyne a chance to counter and come back down and put pressure on. Let's have a look at the scrum though. Pete, Lyons and Egan on a 38 cap against Guy, Batoni and Cucchielli.
Again, this was another area of dominance for Ireland last week, and they'll be looking to get on the front foot here. They turned over a few of Scotland's balls.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Solari, the left winger, just standing in behind the scrum there, but look at the pressure that comes on in the back row for Italy, and they do well to scramble that one. So whatever they had planned, they're going to have to think twice. Rigoni with the kick again. There's not a huge amount of distance on it, and it's an inviting ball for Ireland to come through, but the tackle on Maria Coffey had to be good. Acting as scrum half. Rigoni, little dummy show. Ireland's defensive work now just outside their own 22. Baratine works the blind side. Betoni. Good retention. Baratine, nice pass to Furlan. Ali Miller puts her down. And the fullback struggling to get that ball back. Ireland not rolling away in the tackle, which you have to do when it's a crash ball from Flavia Severin, the big second row forward for the home side. No advantage coming.
Must roll.
Referee got that one right.
Really good sustained pressure by Italy, you know, just going through the phases and keeping the ball and putting Ireland under pressure where they gave away the penalty. It's good to see Severin back in the squad. She wasn't there last year, but she's a big ball carrier for them and makes a huge impact on the pitch.
That was the penalty there. Must roll away after making the tackle. Didn't do that, and Rigoni didn't think twice before going to the corner. So the Italian pack might fancy their chances of driving Ireland over from here. Got to win the ball first, of course, and it's going to be Melissa Betoni to throw in. Ireland having to defend here. 8 metres out from their own try line. That's a decent throw and a very good take, and they set them all. This is good by the Italian pack. Ireland struggling to get back there and deal with this one now. They need more help, and the Italians drive through. Look at the work there from Flavia Severin. At the 5 metre mark, Baratine decides to go to the back line. Rigoni still there for the Azuri scrum half, and they go left. Sene Naupu broke the line to make another massive tackle on Magatti. But the composure, keeping possession. Nice hands from the centre. Stefano, it's gone loose. And now Ireland, Hannah Tyrrell giving chase, so too Jenny Murphy.
Play the knock on. Or scrum.
We'll go back for the scrum.
It's interesting to see Italy actually using their maul. They've obviously watched Scotland and Wales in the last 2 weeks against Ireland, and that's where they got change. And you know, Italy wouldn't really be a mauling team, and to get that much out of Ireland is very impressive.
Yeah, Furlan just took her eye off that one. Right, Coyne.
Oh, sorry.
To kick it clear, but there was no advantage according to the referee.
Sorry,
so
my mistake.
Ireland get the put into the scrum.
So just back here.
Second cap for Elsie Hughes at scrum half for Railway. How do you think she did last week?
Yeah, her delivery was sharp and crisp. You know, as she grows into the game, she'll direct the forwards a bit better around the park. But, you know, she came from Tullamore originally and then moved to Railway Union, played Division 1 rugby, but she really crisp, sharp passing.
8 Belvedere players in this match day 23, 6 of them in the starting 15. They must be doing something right over there.
Yeah, they've grown over the last couple of years. The women's section's quite strong, and you know, when you get a bit of momentum going, you win an AIL, people want to go to your club. You look at Jenny Finlay on the bench there. She was with Navan, then moved to Railway Union, and then moved to Belvedere because she wanted to change position to hooker.
Hold. Stable. Stable.
She made a debut as well in Broadwood last weekend, and if she comes on, we'll win her second cap today. But another chance to have a look at the scrum. Italian pack though, not taking a backward step. The maul's pretty good so far. Pressure on Ireland.
Coach! Barnes!
Super crowd here as well. I have to say it's a beautiful afternoon for rugby. I think the entrance tickets were just €5 in, so obviously it was a big part of attracting the crowd in. Hughes under pressure, and she's swallowed up. Needs to try and get to ground if she can. Referee's called maul, so if she's held and doesn't move, it'll be a scrum to the Italians, and that's exactly what's happened.
Yeah, that was an Irish scrum under pressure there. I'm very surprised at that. And then Paula Fitzpatrick didn't really help Elsie Hughes there by popping her the ball with the scrum half coming through. You know, on something like that, it really just needs to pick and go. But I think she lost her footing a little bit.
Here's Mark. Thank you.
Right. Italy are setting quite low in the scrum, but I think Ireland are a heavier pack. And technically would be better, so it's just about concentrating for those 4 or 5 seconds that you're actually in the scrum.
Coach!
Let's see what happens here.
Barnes!
Outside back standing pretty deep. Sophia Stefan, the Italian inside centre, is very flat alongside Rigoni. Let's see what they manage to get. Ireland put the pressure and they drive right through. That's a really good scrum, and they've managed to win it against the head. Stapleton on under pressure, and a good tackle from Rigoni. 10 on 10 in the tackle, and through they come, the Italians. But Ireland get the penalty. Playing advantage, referee, and a really good scrum there.
Stay in the contest.
It just shows that Ireland are the better scrummers inside, so it's concentrated every time that they go into the scrum and dominate in that area.
Here we are.
And we have an eagerness to actually move the ball when we're under pressure, so brilliant scrum, brilliant turnover, but then we look to move it, and actually Nora Stapleton was under a lot of pressure there from the ball that she was given.
Yeah, she was, and she was also appealing that the Italians went in off their feet as soon as she went to ground, but it's going to be a line out to Ireland. No problem with the last one. Likes of Tyrrell in the squad. Alison Miller, we know how much pace she has. If they go wide here, they might get a bit of change, and the backs are standing deep enough. Tyrrell, as I mentioned, involved with that 7 squad last weekend in Sydney, where they reached the quarterfinals for the first time ever in the 7 series. Ball off the top to use. Now this could be good for the backs. Naupu goes wide. Now here is Hannah Tyrrell, and she gets that pass away. Coyne to Miller. Alison Miller. Off she goes. Switches play infield just to keep it away from the touchline. Hughes once more. Stapleton calling for it, and they're queuing up runners. One of them is Claire Malloy. We know she's got loads of pace as well, but takes the tackle. And Stapleton to the right hand side. Lindsay Pete over the halfway line. The Italians drifting across well, making the tackles and preventing Ireland from getting in behind them. Griffin.
No hands blow, no! Advantage.
Ireland with the penalty advantage. Hands in the ruck. Referee's
Hands on the floor.
instructions were clear. And the Italians, well, maybe didn't quite understand, but certainly they were guilty of using hands there when they shouldn't have.
And 10 didn't roll away in that ruck either, so it was 2 offences really.
Yeah, could have pinged for either one.
It was interesting off that last attack, again, how narrow the Italian defence was. It's like they're almost inviting Ireland out to use that space, and that they'll give them the ground and then use their line speed after that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a gamble, really, considering who Ireland have on the wings and a full back.
It's a risky strategy. It did work for them last year, but it is a risky strategy.
Lions to throw. Riley again, ball off the top. Perfect ball for Ireland to use. It's exactly what you want as Murphy tries to bash her way through the middle. The hero last weekend in Glasgow and Cumbernauld. Pass to Coyne, tries to ship it on. Decent defensive effort from Maria Magazzi to get up there though and put pressure on.
Captain, option. Lost forward into touch. Scrum or a line.
lovely width in Ireland's passing there, and you could see what Mairead was trying to do. She could see the space was out there and trying to get the ball to Ali Miller.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. We'll work
So
it
12
out.
minutes gone, no score yet. The Italians closest though, with that driving ball from the line out.
Sorry. Let's set a gap. Perfect.
Fattori to throw. Riley got up well, but that's a really good line out again from the Italians, and Battatin tries to find a gap around the fringe. Pick and go this time, Fattori.
No.
Trying to clean out. Ireland with hands in there. Have they stole that illegally? Play on, says the referee. And Rigoni goes wide again. A pass not good. And
Forward
a knock
here.
on. Unforced
Forward
error
here.
by the home team.
Putting themselves under a lot of pressure, like in a good area to attack from. They're putting themselves under a little bit too much pressure.
give you
Just
a
keep
wave,
it simple
okay?
and get through the phases. It's brilliant to see the crowd here, and I love the way Italy do it. I always used to love playing in Italy, but they bring it out to the regions, you know.
Yeah.
And when you get a crowd like this out to a game, and even the girls, I'd say, were welcomed into the area, and probably met the mayor of the town, if there is such one there. It's brilliant.
Brilliant reception for both teams as well when they came out. Think back to a horrific earthquake that took place in 2009 here, and so much devastation, but as you say, brilliant support for both teams, as Naupu couldn't hang on to that one.
Here we go.
That's a couple of handling errors from her, and it's very unlike her, I have to say.
Yeah, I just wonder if the ball is a little bit far in front of her. She was just kind of drifting out to get it with one hand as opposed to her two hands getting on the ball.
Sani Naupu, another one of Ireland's sevens players, and you can see shaking her head there.
She's actually playing against two of her teammates for Aylesford Bulls in Furlan and Solari.
Coach! Oh!
Don't know exactly what she can bring to the party as well.
Set!
But Ireland's last scrum, very effective in the front row.
We just,
Won the penalty. Let's see if they can do something similar.
sorry, it's just not looking good. We'll just reset. It's long, please. Here we go. Coach! Bind! Set!
Decent strike this time by Fattori to get it back there, not taking any chances, the Italians. And look at the pressure from Hughes and from Malloy, getting over like a jackal trying to get her hands on the ball. Now she's pushed back, and the Italians do just enough to secure possession. Pick and go. Short on numbers out wide. They might try the box kick here. That's exactly what Battatin does. Coyne is underneath it. Ray Coyne, lovely take and a lovely break as well. Past the first tackle. Eventually put down by Lucia Camarano. Riley, little dummy to her second row partner, Elaine Anthony. The high field lock, but there for Hughes. Stable and calling for it. And Naupu again drops the ball.
Advantage, blue.
An advantage being played to Italy. Pressure in the midfield. Little kick and chase this time from Solari.
Advantage over.
Tyrrell has to get back there. Furlan is after it. It's gone into touch.
Brilliant decision there to kick. There's lots of space in behind the Irish defensive line. Ray Coyne is back there on her own. Really nice little grubber through.
Yeah, beautiful weight on that one. This is where the advantage was coming from. Again, Sani Naupu just letting that one go in contact. But Ireland have the line
Let's
out.
set, please, Green. Green.
Again, it's similar to last
Green.
week. They're not actually getting through any
Time's up,
phases.
please.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Thank you.
one or two phases and then there's an error.
Something that Tom Tierney said they had looked at all week, and the players were left in no doubt about what they had to do to fix the mistakes from Scotland.
No.
But so far,
Sorry, we've got
it
players
hasn't
coming
been a
in.
huge
Are these your
improvement
numbers?
overall.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And
1,
so
2, 3,
in
4,
fairness,
5.
they don't
Yes,
actually have
yeah.
much time on the pitch. You know, they played last Friday, back to work Saturday, Sunday. They only met up again this Friday, so not a lot of time to fix problems.
Advantage, blue.
That one went forward, and it was by no means straight either, so take your pick really. Italians trying to test out the Irish defence there for Battatin. Rigoni calling for it. It's got 3 outside. A little kick over the top is not a bad one. After it goes Cuffy. Can she get her hand on it, Pete?
Backwards.
Was there a push from the back there? Went backwards as the referee. And she's happy to let play continue. Lovely kick by Beatrice Rigoni. Spotted that Ireland were very flat in defence. Played the ball over the top. Malloy carries just outside her own 22. Hughes
Taken back.
taken back in, so Stapleton can't go straight out. Tries the handoff. Needs a bit of help now and support. Now Upu in there to clean things up. Forwards queuing up to the right hand side. Lions tackled well. Alice Trevisan. Hughes to Riley. Again, doesn't want to get isolated there. And the Italians up very quickly to make the hit. Stapleton, Jenny Murphy trying to go through. That handoff was good to Naupu. And again, the Italians causing Ireland lots of problems at the breakdown, not releasing on the ground. And it's a penalty and a really good attacking position.
Yeah, really Ireland should have cleared their lines there. They really need to play for position and stop messing around here in their 22. You know, Italy's defence is a little bit disorganised, but it's working for them.
That was the chip over the top. Almost fell nicely. And the Italians now go for the corner again, turning down the attempt a shot at goal for 3 points, and going to back themselves here with the pack as well.
Step across screen.
They were 5 metres short the last time from a very similar position. So Ireland can expect the pack to have another go, I think. Throw's not good, but I tell you what, good recovery from Flavia Severin to take that ball out of the air, and the Italians still have it. Rigoni, any options for her? Into contact, across comes the tackle, Malloy makes the hit. Better team, fires one out. Furlan, oh, she's hit well. Lost 4 in advantage. If Miller can pick this, she might have the gas to go on the outside, you know. Alison Miller with the handoff, and off she goes. Alison Miller over the halfway line, chases on Berrettine. Can she catch her? Miller dragged down, and the pop pass to Coyne. Was that a high tackle? Referee playing advantage. It looked high from here. And what a chase it was by the scrum half. The tackle was high, and advantage still being played as Fitzpatrick goes into contact. Still there for Hughes, and she is hit hard. We go back for the penalty.
Brilliant break by Ali Miller against the run of play, but what a chase back from Berrettine. Like, commitment in that.
There's not too many players that would have the pace to catch Alison Miller with a head start like that. Well, that was brilliant.
Step for me, please.
By the Italian number 9.
Really good attacking position here for Ireland to use their line out and their maul.
The mark is the line, sir. Yeah. Step off the line for me, please.
The pack in discussion. Leo Lyons getting ready to throw. And Ireland, as Fiona said, they don't get much better positions than this. Gets the instructions for the call. Let's see how they handle it. 20 minutes played, still no score here.
Yeah. Step. This is the centre. Step off. Thank you.
Referee just asking for that gap to be kept. Where did it go? Mary-Louise Riley gets up high, sets them all. Better from Ireland, body positions low. Need to get in and turn around, and the Italians struggling to stop it now. 5 metres, almost 4 now. This is better by the Irish pack. It's at the back. If they get over the line, surely they'll get down. Malloy has ripped it, and Claire Malloy has it on her 15th international test, looking for a try. Can she get down? She's just short. Still there, Hughes. Miller to her left, she goes herself. Hughes for the line.
Advantage high.
Tackle was high. Pick and go. Ireland almost there. They scored from a similar position against Scotland. I think we're going to go upstairs.
Time off. John? John? Okay.
So John Mason
Can we
has a
have a
call
look?
to make here.
And see if there was a grounding. Try or no try, please. I didn't see a grounding.
Tough to tell from this angle as well.
Yeah, it was a really good maul, but Italy did get in on it, and Ireland have to ask themselves questions how Italy are getting in on the maul. That should have gone over the line.
From here?
No.
Okay, let's go.
Is that ball grounded, and can John Mason see it being grounded? Because if he can't see it, he can't give it. Is that a better angle? Hard to tell
See
from
where
there.
the line is.
No. Bodies everywhere, but no sign of the ball.
If it is a try, it would have been Leah Lyons with the pick and go.
And Ireland didn't seem to react like they had scored, or certainly weren't sure. That was the first attempt from Hughes. She was well tackled on that line, got the ball back, and then the pick and go. It was Riley on the shoulder, and we're not going to see from that angle.
John, it's looking short to me. Yes. Yeah, no worries. Back for the head-high penalty.
If it is held up, we go back for the penalty because the advantage wasn't over for the high tackle.
Short. We're going to come back for the penalty, okay? Yeah, okay.
So they get another chance here, Fiona.
Captain, it was short, but it was short.
It'll be
so
interesting
we'll
to
come
see if
back
they
to
take the line out of
penalty
the
for
scrum in
head
this
high.
position.
Okay, there was a head high just here. Just be very careful. That's two high tackles.
First time I've seen this referee
Okay.
in the Six Nations circuit. I'm not sure if she's done any matches before in the Six Nations. Another Australian referee with Amy Parrott on
If
the
you go
line.
back on the line, please. Oh, wait for me.
So far, she's been
I'll
accurate
blow
and
my
everything.
whistle for you. How's
pretty
that?
much,
Okay.
but just getting a warning there, the Italians.
Right.
There was 2 high tackles.
Time's on.
Rachel Horton said, so the next one could be a player in the bin.
So Ireland to use them all again, I would imagine, from this line out.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like they should have got over the last time. The
Green,
body
can
position
we
was low.
set,
They just
please?
couldn't
Green, can we set?
finish it off.
Italy came in and broke it up, so Ireland didn't
Step
then have
again.
that forward momentum and they weren't tight together.
So let's see if they can execute this one a little bit better. Again, Riley's the target. The Italians not even contesting, and they get a good shove initially to push Ireland back a metre or so. It's at the back. Lyons wants it. Hughes has a look. Lyons shifting to the left there. Leah Lyons using her strength. But the Italians have
Use it, Green!
recovered well. Hughes trying to dig it out, but look at this. The Italian shove puts Ireland back there. Hughes, ball on the ground. Taken in, not used. And the Italians survive.
Impressive and resilient defence by Italy. Ireland did really well in that maul. They moved it off to the side through Leah Lyons and it looked like they were going to get a bit more momentum on it, but brilliant by Italy to get in there.
The crowd appreciate that one. And time is off as just one of the Italian players gets a bit of treatment for an injury. But that's 2 goals now that Ireland have had, 2 penalties, 2 attempted mauls, and nothing to show for their efforts.
We had similar last week against Scotland with the scrum when we 3 scrums in a row, and you know you have to make it count. You don't get many opportunities, and you have to make it count.
Yeah.
Well, you can see Tom Tierney there just watching it back on his screen and
Yeah, sure. I'll have a
shaking his head as he feels like they should have done better with that kind of possession and these kind of chances. Like, you just
Time's
look
on.
at how clinical England and France were yesterday. It's nearly a different level now that they've moved up to. Make of those results what you will. You can look at it and say that women's rugby is going really well at the moment, or actually there's a huge gulf between the top 2 sides and the rest.
I think particularly with the likes of England gone professional, they're training day in and day out together. They have so much time to do analysis, to recover. You know, they don't have to worry about going back into work the next day after a game.
Yeah. Pop at the back. Baratine gets it away, and the Italians relieve a bit of pressure. I mean, Paula Fitzpatrick was asked about this as well, about professionalism and whether or not she would welcome it or indeed was in a rush to make it happen here, and she seemed to be kind of 50-50 on it. She wasn't overly enthusiastic.
I think anyone would love to, if you're an athlete, to be able to train full time. You know, there's a lot of other things around it, and the structures and the funding of it, I suppose, is the main thing, and where the funding comes from. You know, the Six Nations obviously have put loads of money into the Women's Six Nations this year with TV coverage and stuff, but there's other areas of the game that need to improve and have development and pathways for players coming through more so than just the national team be professionals.
Yeah, and the last thing you want as well is England and France to move so far ahead and for the rest to be left behind, because then you don't have an enjoyable championship if only 2 teams are capable of winning it every time. Stapleton takes that one out of the sky. Jenny Murphy, crash ball up the middle, and she's well tackled by Lucia Camarano. Back inside, Fitzpatrick was the target, but she missed it. And now Italy steal possession from Elisa Giordano. Berrettini, Tony blocked down by Stapleton. Comes back at the Italian side. Good awareness from Stefan, and over the left-hand side they go. Little chip, Murray Coyne perfectly placed, but we come back for the penalty. I think they knew it was coming. We give them the benefit of the doubt.
In front of the player.
There is definitely space in behind, but she did just kick it straight to Murray Coyne, and this would be one of their weaknesses, is actually the execution of the kick. The idea to kick is right, but the execution and where it ends up is a problem.
There's a knock on, and picked up by a player in front.
So Italy with the penalty, and again they go up the touchline. Sarah Baratin directing things at the back, and Beatrice Migroni just looking for instructions there. Looks like she has a bit of a black eye as well. Again, didn't go to plan, the Italians, but Baratin comes away with it. Interception by Claire Malloy, trying to jink out of the tackle. The line out starting to malfunction for the Italians now. They got away with it last time out, but almost an interception. Floating pass picked up by Murphy, handoff. An advantage been played to Ireland. But again, a dangerous ball. Maria Chioffi almost took advantage. Coyne.
Thank you. Still playing advantage.
Hughes digs it out for Ireland. Griffin.
Yes.
Fitzpatrick tries to hand off, offload from
Advantage over.
Naupa on the inside line, just over that halfway line, and advantage is now over. Ireland, again, it's slow possession, and it's illegal from the Italians. Went off their feet. Penalty advantage, so shot to nothing here. Stapleton fires one out. Back inside to Murphy. Murphy looking for the offload, gets it to Hughes. Hughes inside the 22, but one insider. Lindsay Peat calling for it, but she took the tackle and then lost possession. An advantage was over. So the Italians, again, those last gasp tackles, doing the job to keep Ireland out at the moment. Riley is back there. Support inside from Coyne. The pass wasn't good. We've got an overlap here if they spread this one. Suspicion of a forward pass, and the crowd are not happy about it. Alison Miller trying to go around the outside. Miller, hand off. She's still going. Ali Miller. Furlan puts her down.
Advantage high.
And the tackle was high again. We might see a card for Italy because the referee has warned them. Lyons with the pass. Fitzpatrick to Griffin. Better attack from Ireland now. Hughes queuing up on the outside. Ball back inside to Egan. She's lost it. We go back for the penalty. We might see a yellow card. It's another high tackle.
There was some lovely offloads in that whole phase. We broke up the wing. Paula Fitz had a lovely offload to Sene Nupu, and then here Paula Fitzpatrick had another lovely offload. Italy, really, it's last-ditch attempts, I suppose. That's where the high tackles are coming from, and she will card one of them if they keep it up, particularly in this danger zone.
There's more careless. We've had advantage. It's careless high. Let's keep them down. This one is for 5 blue offside, okay? But keep them down, okay? Green, green.
You'd have to imagine that will be the last warning for the Italians, because
we can keep time off, yeah. But the mark's here.
If you keep defending, you're just drawing attention to yourself. But Ireland,
yeah,
no points on the board yet. What would you do here?
Are you going to kick?
Yeah, you'd have to go for the kick. We've been down here a few times and come away with nothing, so you have to come away with something.
Of course, Niamh Briggs not in the team still.
Wait for her, and then
hoping to be back in the next couple of weeks, maybe.
Yeah, Niamh is rehabbing away. I suppose it's with a hamstring. You know, you just never know how long they're going to take. So. I'm sure it's tough.
For a second.
It's tough to be sitting at home watching this when you're rehabbing.
We are going post in a second. I've just got time off just in case.
It's interesting. Italy only actually came into the Women's Six Nations in 2007, and you know there was a lot of questions asked whether Spain should have stayed in it or not. But they've worked their way up, and they got their highest ever finish in 2015, and you know they've beaten the likes of France, so they've come up with those good results. But like similar to the men's team, they lack consistency at times and in competitions.
You still have to stay on the line. It's from the original.
I'm sure hoping that Ireland can get off the mark here with 3 points from the boot of Nora Stapleton. "16 metres out. Shouldn't be a problem with distance, and no wind whatsoever." The Italian crowd doing their best to make her feel at home. Strikes it well, and Ireland are off the mark. 3 points to 0 they lead.
Hopefully that'll settle Ireland a little bit into the game, but you can see Italy's defence gets really disorganised when Ireland got through a few of the phases there. So if Ireland can keep working through the phases, simple attacks, I think they'll find the space out wide then.
Another really good run from Alison Miller. Look at that, 2 tackles beaten, and then Furlan went in high. That was what the penalty was for. And Ireland off the mark after 27 minutes here in L'Aquila at the Stadio Tommaso Fattori. Nice offload again, taken up this time by Elaine Anthony. Hughes looping pass. Nupa did really well to hang on to that. Right at her feet.
Turnover is good, it's fine.
Real danger of knocking it on if you don't.
Release screen, let it come. Let
Looks
it
like
come.
the Italians
Play.
managed to steal possession again. Baratine with the pass. Taken up by Trevisan. Sloppy ball coming back though, not protected either. And a boot gets in. Rigoni. Italy going backwards at the moment. Good Irish pressure. Rigoni takes the pass, little chip over the top, but nobody was on the same wavelength, and this is easy ball for Hannah Tyrrell to use. Tries to ship the first tackle from Furlan. And the Irish scrum half options on both sides goes to the right. Anthony over the halfway line. Hughes to Lyons. Pop pass to Fitzpatrick, offload to Malloy, lovely play, Claire Malloy, off she goes again, look at the feet from Claire Malloy, oh the pass, Naupa picks it up, Murphy for the corner, Alison Miller, it went forward, we'll have to go back. Well, almost a brilliant try from Ireland.
Again, another brilliant offload by Paula Fitzpatrick.
I'm sorry,
to Claire Malloy and her dancing feet. She was called Michael Jackson for a while there with her dancing feet, and she's really elusive in open play.
Yeah, look at this. Beautiful step, and then the strength to power through. And this one again, brilliant. Annie Miller thought she was in. Italians get the scrum though. So almost half an hour gone, and just the boot of Nora Stapleton to show for Ireland's efforts in the first half. The Italians got close on a couple of occasions from lineouts and mauls, but Ireland certainly have improved in the last 15 minutes or so, would you say?
Yeah, I think they're probably trying to force it a little bit too much, and as a result, they're getting too many unforced errors. Again, just keep it simple, and I said it before, and we said it last week. They really are just trying to force it a little bit too much.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Plenty of options on the bench as Sophie Spence back in the squad. She's down as back row cover here, so maybe that's where Tierney sees her for the rest of the squad. That's a really good kick.
Really good by Italy getting themselves out of a red zone area with a clever little click in behind. It's great to see Italy back in the World Cup. They haven't been in the World Cup since 2002, and to qualify last year, it's brilliant to see them back up there. Tough pool, mind you. They've got England, USA and Spain.
Let's play, please. Green, come in.
So a short line out called by Ireland, and Lyons going to go to the back again. Riley has been flawless under those balls, and the throw from the hooker has been brilliant as well. Griffin just over the halfway line. There for Hughes. A little bit slow again, just had to juggle with it before she got it out. Murphy asked to take the tackle and try and get over the gain line. Malloy back inside. Egan, good tackle on her though. Brilliant technique by the Italians. Stopped her in her tracks. There's Stapleton. Hopu. Little dummy. If that had gone wide, there was numbers outside, but Lyons takes the hit and she's shoved towards the touch line. Did well to get the ground there. Ireland set again, and off they go. Anthony. Fitzpatrick in to try and clean out. There for Hughes, but she was tackled just as she put her hands on the ball. Referee says play on, nothing wrong with the hit. Murphy. Lovely offload. Miller all the way over that far wing. Again, pace causing the Italians problems when she does get it in a bit of space. Hughes hit hard. Decent tackle that was by Michela Silari.
Play the knock on. Forward off blue.
To go forward, and Ireland get the scrum.
Good Irish play to get the ball into space, but then we're not getting numbers there to secure the ruck, and it's messy ball again. Some lovely offloading by Paula Fitzpatrick.
Scrum, Greenmore. Oh, we've got time. Time's off for a second, ladies.
So it looked like Elaine Anthony took a bit of a knock there. She's getting some treatment. in relation to Sophie Spence, where would you see as her best position? Because she's down as back row cover here. Obviously, she can play across the back rower in the second row.
Obviously, she's very dynamic, but personally, I think to have her in the engine room, but I suppose you take her out, you want a second row who's going to have work rate, who's going to be hitting every ruck, whereas Sophie'd stand out a little bit more as a ball carrier. So it just depends on the balance in the pack, I suppose. I think the key in these games is having your best 8 on the pitch and whatever position that might be.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And, it can change for opposition who your best 8 are, depending on who the opposition are and what strengths they have as well.
Bind. Set.
7 minutes to go at the end of the first half. Hughes with the feed and an Irish scrum. Fitzpatrick puts her hands on it. Wants to have a go. Good tackle from Sarah Baratin. He's had a really good game in defence for the Italians. Nupu, lovely pass to Tyrrell. That one a little bit fortunate to bounce up, and off goes Alison Miller. Handoff 1 over the 22. Still there for Ireland and for Hughes. Stapleton looking to use up the middle. Lindsay Peat to Anthony, who's back on her feet and obviously okay to continue. Slow ball coming back though. Again, the Italians make life difficult, but Ireland can see the penalty. Not releasing on the ground. Got to commit the numbers there and get that ball back.
We're getting isolated a little bit too easily. It was really good play, really good momentum, and then to get turned over in a ruck in that position isn't good enough. Really powerful run by Alison Miller.
Yeah, she just times those handoffs brilliantly. A little bit too early, and it's no good. As the Italians find touch on this near side, and again, Rigoni relieves the pressure, and they'll have the put in.
Just step, Ireland.
Italy are really resilient in defence. When you think they're beaten, someone chases back or someone comes across. It's really good defending.
No shortage of motivation with the home crowd as well. That's really good ball off the top of the line out. Works perfectly. Rigoni looking to use the backside side. Oh, lovely carry up the middle from Camerano. The blindside flanker into the back line. Worked a treat though. Ireland didn't seem to read it at all. Furlan. Oh, big tackle from Lyons. Thumped her straight into the rib cage, and she will feel that one, I can tell you.
Under pressure. Offside.
Ireland offside. Penalty to the Italians. So what about that for a hit though?
Brilliant hit by Leah Lyons. She lined her up and nailed her, but it was really, really lovely move by the Italians off the line out to the back. Perfectly timed. Naz Riley was up, but they just popped it over the top of her, and then a lovely break up through the centre through Caminaro.
Leah Lyons, in making that tackle, she's done something to her wrist or her hand, and she seems to be in a lot of pain. I wonder, did something just go there? But she's getting some treatment. Maybe Jenny Finlay
We have time for
is going to get an early appearance, or earlier certainly than she would have imagined, depending on how bad this is, but we'll wait and see. She's okay to continue. Time's back on. Last 5 minutes of the first half. Italian possession. You know what? Their confidence. Ireland have thrown a lot of attacks their way, and everything that they've tried, the Italians have stood up, and that was a high tackle from Griffin, which means advantage to the Italians. They're going to go wide here. Nice pass to Stefan. Oh, lovely through the gap. Stefan gets the offload away. Furlan dropped it. It went forward. Again, lovely break by the inside centre. Ireland inside their own 22. Just need to get this out of here. Don't want to concede before half time. Accidental offside.
Accidental.
But will he still playing advantage or not?
No, I saw no knock on. I saw no. No.
Stefan is really stepping up there into that centre row. She was on the wing last week, but she's had some lovely touches playing an inside centre.
First a pace.
My mistake.
To get in behind the Irish defence.
Scrum ring. Oh yeah.
We'll have a scrum.
Sorry. My
Again,
apologies.
Italy are a bit guilty there of forcing it.
So
You
we'll
know,
have
it
a
was a
scrum.
lovely breakthrough, but probably trying to force it out to the pass to Furlan, and she knocked it on.
Outside.
So Hughes to feed. Scrum is just outside the 22, so Stapleton won't be able to go straight into touch.
Bind.
Important to ask the question when you're right on the white line. Decent strike from Lyons. there for Hughes. Again, the pass is a hospital one, and danger here for Ireland. Murphy, she dropped it in the contact. It's there for the Italians. They've got advantage and have a chance here, as Ireland are just causing themselves problems with unnecessary mistakes.
And it's players you don't expect it from, you know, the likes of Sene or Jenny Murphy. You know, it was a bad pass from Ailsa there, but someone should have just cleared it up.
She took a knock there just to the side of the head. It looked like Jenny Murphy, and she's still out on the ground.
It's right. Yeah.
Just here. Hit came in.
Brilliant hit by Rigoni.
Yeah. Hopefully Jenny Murphy is okay to continue. Scored the match winner in Scotland last weekend, of course, right at the death, and she looks to be in a bit of trouble. It was just on the side of her neck. It looked like a nasty hit as she was turning.
Italy will be definitely looking to get something out of this before half-time, in a really good attacking position now with a scrum. Their scrum has been a little bit inconsistent, but it's grown as the game has gone on.
Just looking at the Irish bench, obviously Emer Considine made her debut. She came in for the second half in Broadwood last weekend. She got Claire McLaughlin there, but is Considine probably the most likely to come in and make a reshuffle? Or
I would imagine it'd be Claire McLaughlin into the centre.
okay.
Can we go head check?
Just see it again here. Yeah, it was right inside of the head, and she wasn't expecting it.
She would probably have to go for a HIA, unless it's the neck.
So Tom Tierney obviously looking a bit concerned. For his outside centre, she's back on her feet, and she will have to go off. Or will she? Is she going to stay on?
Yeah, we're waiting for another play.
No, she's going to have to be assessed. I think that's the right decision. Any kind of head injury like that, and
She's coming. Time's still off.
I think it's going to be Claire McLaughlin that comes in. So substitution for Ireland. Jenny Murphy just walking along the side of the pitch there. Good to see she's back up anyway, but McLaughlin comes in. The Ulster back, and
Time's
Ireland, I'm sure, don't want to concede here before the half-time whistle. Dangerous scrum position for the Italians.
Bind.
Michaela Solari standing right behind
Set.
the scrum. I'm sure have to keep an eye on her. Bit of pressure in that front row. The Italians trying to lock it out here. I'm sure get on with it is the option, but that's a really good scrum.
Use it.
Got the back. Malloy doesn't make the tackle. And Giordano. Good work by the number 8. Pick and go option here from Severine. Into contact and still going. Italy, that's better. Locatelli, the open side.
One step. One.
Severine again.
Advantage, one offside.
Ireland offside, and they give away a penalty. All the backs have switched to the left-hand side. The pass on the outside. It could be numbers here if they can get it away. Desperate defence from Ireland. Can they hang out with 2 minutes to go before the break? Severine. Tackled by Naupu, and a good hit it was too. It had to be. Ballatine looking to dig it out. Rigoni calling for it. Any space outside. Alison Miller comes all the way off her wing, and a really good tackle. So too McLaughlin combining to put the hit in. Still there for the home team. And still playing advantage, according to the referee. Riley makes the tackle this time. Ballatine directing the backs. Rigoni.
Ladies.
We've an injury as well to one of the Italian players, and no advantage coming.
Italy look to get 3 points on the board here before half-time.
Come right back into this, the last 6 or 7 minutes or so.
You're one offside back there, but we'll go back to that, but I'll just wait for that, okay? So it'll be over here, yeah.
That was the tackle from Ali Miller and Claire McLaughlin. Really good hit. Back on her feet anyway, which is good to see. And yeah, I mean, you'd think that the Italians would go for 3 points here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who steps up and kicks. Solari has been kicking for them, but Rigoni can kick as well. It is Solari to step up and...
Time's on.
She has the kicking tee, which will tell you everything you need to know to level things up before the break. And substitution, Paola Zango-Alami comes in.
Not on a penalty. Oh, sorry, not yet. We can't sub on a penalty. We have to wait.
Paola's a hugely experienced player. She was former captain of the team. She's winning her 69 cap today, so it's not necessarily weakening that centre partnership. They played a lot together. Well, they played a lot together, so...
My time's saying 30 seconds to go.
Strikes it with the right foot. Looks good from here. Flags go up, and we are level at the Stadio Tommaso Fattori. One penalty each in the first half. There has been chances for both teams, but Italy 3, Ireland 3 is the score. Here was the injury, and as you say, Zango-Alami certainly won't weaken the 15 that's on the pitch and in the back line. Stapleton restarts. It's right on that 10-metre line. The perfect kick. It went forward though.
Advantage.
So advantage being played to the Italians. Last few seconds of the first half.
No advantage coming.
Back for the penalty.
4. Must roll. Time off. Time off. Okay. It will be a penalty here. So we have 30 seconds. Okay, perfect, thank you. Time's on. We can take the line. Okay. 30 seconds.
So Beatrice Rigoni just making sure there was time for the line out. Referee says yes, so it's exactly what they do. And one last attacking chance for the home team.
Step, blue.
Andrea Di Giandomenico looking on, and I'm sure will be happy with not only his team coming back into this, but their defensive resilience when Ireland were attacking during that 10-minute period. And one last chance perhaps to get themselves in front if they can make something work from here. Ireland managed to steal possession though. Naupu blocking at the pass to Miller, and she's lost it forward. It's another mistake. It's another handling error. There have been way too many of them in the first half. And the whistle goes. Well, not the high-scoring game that we thought the conditions would lead to, but a fascinating battle nonetheless. Half-time here at the Stadio Tommaso Fattori. It's Italy 3, Ireland 3. Yeah, you're welcome back to the Stadio Tommaso Fattori. I can tell you a change for Ireland, and it is a big one. Sophie Spence is in place of Elaine Anthony, so she'll go straight into the second row. Former World Player of the Year nominee. And Fiona Coughlin, what do Ireland need to do to improve? I mean, Tom Tierney clearly would have said a few harsh truths, I think, in that half-time dressing room.
Yeah, I said it before, it's getting through the phases. We're not getting past 2 or 3 phases. Italy's defence is going to get sucked in if we can get through those phases. Sophie Spence is on now to carry hard ball, but she's not going to win this game on her own. It's people supporting her, getting in, ruck over, and then get another phase off that. But if this game gets anyway loose, I think it's going to work to Italy's advantage.
Well, you said in the first half as well, they were guilty of forcing it at times. I mean, Joe Schmidt used the word yesterday, just building scores. Is that what they need to do?
Yeah, like when we're in key positions, is take our opportunities as opposed to trying to score from the halfway line.
So 3 points apiece in the start of the second half. Penalty each from Solari to level things up after Stapleton had pushed Ireland in front.
So you just hold back here and you hold the weight. Yeah?
Ireland had the edge in the early stages in the scrum, but the Italians managed to sort whatever problems were there out, and it's a much more even contest. But let's see how this one goes.
Bind. Set. Steady.
Mary Healy is in at scrum half as well in place of Elsie Hughes, so first feed for her. Ireland come forward to get the penalty advantage as well. Healy with the touch. Miller tries to go through. Good tackle to come across. And the hit from Lucia Camarano. Griffin wrestling with the ball there against Beatrice Rigoni. We go back for the penalty.
Number 1, angle.
As Fiona and Rose were saying at half time, but maybe Elsie Hughes just guilty of a few loose passes in that first half.
And from that, it put the likes of Nora and Jenny Murphy under pressure. So, you know, Mary's been brought in now to probably settle it a little bit, a bit more experience.
Yeah, Jenny Murphy is back on the pitch as well, by the way. So Claire McLaughlin back onto the substitute bench, obviously past the HIE, and okay to continue. Is it Ciara Griffin who's just getting a bit of attention in front of us there?
Blue? I think. Yeah. Angle.
Back on her feet, good to see as the Italians make a change as well. It's Marta Ferrari who comes in place of Elisa Cucchiella.
Time's on.
Stapleton just a fine touch, hasn't made a lot of distance, but Ireland will have the line out, and they were completely dominant on their own throw in that first half.
That's a tough position to kick from for Nora, right in the centre of the pitch. Try and get any distance on it is a tough one, but they'll be confident of their own line out.
Lyons goes to the back. That didn't look straight from here. Referee agrees, and it's another opportunity to attack that goes begging.
Commentator's curse.
Yep. Brilliant with the line out in the first half. First one of the second half, and that's what happens. So Melissa Bettoni to throw. Italian crowd finding their voice as well. Shouts of encouragement and a decent take after a perfect throw, and the Italians try and set them all. Bit of confusion there, I think, initially about what they were going to do with that. Take was from Locatelli. Ball on the ground. Berrettini wants to get her hands on it. Rigoni calling for it, and here is the Italian fly half. Ireland charge up, have to make the tackle. Zangarolami. We came on in that midway through the first half, and Ireland managed to steal it now. Malloy. Tackled. Stapleton. Murphy. Jenny Murphy tries to hand off, and off she goes. Thought about the pass there, had to take the tackle. Nice break by the Belvedere centre. Still there for Ireland. Stapleton. Fitzpatrick, the captain, trying to go through. Again, first instinct from her is to look for that offload. Healy with the pass. Stapleton. Lyons tackled, and a pressure comes through from the Italians. Naupu down on top of it. In over the ball with Sophia Stefan. Did she stay on her feet? Scrap for possession. Whistle's gone.
Just unplayable. Here we go. Just too many. Just too many.
Great turnover for Ireland, and they look to start building a couple of phases, and then another loose pass.
And we'll see it again. Naupu had to just dive on that one. Good work from Stefan in over the ball, but she just lost her feet there. Referee said it was unplayable, and Ireland get the put in, so maybe a little bit lucky, but as he said,
that side, Amy?
passing not going to hand, putting pressure on the Irish inside centre.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Wait.
Healy to Stapleton. Jenny Murphy, nice pass. Hannah Tyrrell through the gap, bursting through. Hannah Tyrrell steps off her left foot, still going. Tyrrell 5 metres short. Ireland looking for their first try. Queuing up on the left hand side. Stapleton, the long pass on the outside. Coyne, did it go forward? It did. Well, how can Ireland butcher that chance? Incredible, brilliant break from Hannah Tyrrell, but they could not finish it off again.
It's really disappointing. Their simple catch pass skills are really letting them down. Great line by Hannah Tyrrell, great step. And then good recycling of the ball to get it out. There was numbers out wide, ball over the top.
Who was that one?
And it all came from a dominant scrum. They got the scrum up left, which didn't allow the defensive flanker up on our 10.
So the Italians survive again. They get a chance to clear their line here. They're going standing deep.
Bind! Set! Oh. It's okay. We just go again.
48th Six Nations game for Sarah Baratin. She needs 10 more to catch a certain someone who has the most Six Nations appearances. Any idea who that is, Fiona?
I'd say a couple of the players coming through now will certainly get over the 58 mark.
Really? Well, still out there. Baratin to feed, and Ireland put pressure on the front row. That was the right decision to get rid of it, but the kick going almost straight into touch, so no real relief there in terms of territory. Ireland still inside the Italian 22, and this again is a brilliant opportunity to push for the game's first try.
It's her call.
Just slice that one off the outside, or you can see the frustration.
Ladies, step.
It's good pressure coming up by Ciara Griffin there to almost get a hand to it as well.
Green, we need to set. I think that's not that.
Now, last one wasn't straight, so hopefully Ireland can go down the middle and do what they did for most of the first half. To Mary-Louise Riley. Good take. Malloy in to wrap up the ball, try and secure it, set that maul up. But the Italians again get that initial shove, brings play all the way back to the 22. And Ireland have to regroup, and that's what they do. Sophie Spence involved as well. Better with the pack now. And they're establishing their dominance here. That's a really good maul. Looking for the gap. Was it offside? Again, another mistake, and the frustration from Healy.
Changing lines. Accidental.
They did so well off that maul. It was crabbing one way and then crabbing the other, and they managed to put the pressure on and straighten it, and then just to go truck and trailer, it's really disappointing.
There was no one. They came off and went to the side. Here we are.
Every time Ireland are just letting Italy get back into the game and giving them another opportunity here to clear their lines.
Rigoni standing right on the Italian try line. Last time Baratin opted to take the kick herself, but she got very little out of it.
It's closer. You want closer? A little bit closer.
There's been a whole festival of events on this week with coaching clinics for the local PE students and conferences about women in sports in the area, so they're really trying to promote it in L'Aquila.
And you can see with the crowd that's turned out today as well.
Stay on side, stay on.
Pressure again from Ireland. The Italians have to get rid of that ball. Diving on it was Elisa Giordano. 17 looks for her out half, and a good kick by Rigoni relieves a bit of pressure. When was back there, Stapleton took the tackle. Pressure again from Michaela Solari to get up there and make the hit. Healy goes blind. Fitzpatrick Past Ali Miller. Alison Miller inside the 22. She's going to have to do this on her own. No support. Takes the tackle. The Italians in on top of it. Advantage to be played to Ireland. And it's against Silari.
14 off feet.
Who went straight off her feet there. But Alison Miller looks Ireland's most dangerous player every time she gets a bit of space.
It was great vision by Mary Healy to spot that they weren't defending on that blind side, and Ali obviously called for the ball. Brilliant. She needs that support there. Italy were almost in.
It's 14.
Yeah, she was left on her own, really.
On the ground, not on the ball. She went up past and off her feet. Yeah? Does that make sense?
Well, Solari was on her feet
No,
there.
we can't sub on this, thank you now.
Looked perfectly
harsh
fine
call.
to me.
Time's on.
And she can feel really aggrieved for that one. It's good defensive work. And I think the referee got that one wrong.
Time's off. Blue 3. Sub.
Not a substitution for the Italians, so Lucia Guy goes off.
Hold it. Time's off.
And Ilaria Araghetti comes in. So Araghetti into the front row, and a round of applause for Lucia Guy.
Time's off.
Line out to Ireland. Riley again takes that pop ball to Malloy, trying to find a gap, any weak link in the Italian defence. None there. 2 metres short of the line. There for Healy. Can she dig it out? Might fancy a pick and go. Spence just short of the line.
Advantage.
Strength from her, and Ireland have advantage as well. So the Italians under serious pressure here. Low body position in defence to try and keep Ireland out. Stapleton is calling for 2 out wide. Murphy, she scored from this position against Scotland, and she's just short here. Has she been held up? Advantage still being played, don't forget. So it's a shot to nothing for Ireland here. Healy trying to dig it out. They're queuing up on the right hand side. Healy. Heat is well tackled. She can't get over either. Desperate defence. It's a try. It is a try. Ireland go down on it. And I think it's Leah Lyons who's got there.
Great awareness by Leah Lyons to hit the bottom of the post there. You know, again, that was sustained pressure by Ireland. Really, really simple play and get a try. And it was coming. They've had Italy under a huge amount of pressure. There was penalty advantage coming anyway.
Leah Lyons touches the base of the post, and that's perfectly fine. 8 points to 3. Simple conversion attempt as well. Should bring Ireland to double figures, but that's better. Then we see it again, straight into the base of the post. No problem.
You know, Italy are vulnerable when they're put under pressure to give away those penalties. They were 2 in a row there.
Has a scrum on your side now, Amy. Has a scrum on your side now.
Stapleton, well, the charge from the Italians almost worked. They nearly got there. 10 points to 3. First try of the game. It's taken 51 minutes, but Ireland finally get over the Italian line. And Leah Lyons gets her name on the score sheet. Knew exactly where that post was and exactly what she had to do. Let's see if Ireland can kick on here, or what have the Italians got in response. Rigoni restarts again. Griffin just took her eye off it, but Malloy in the right place at the right time, as she so often is. No coincidence either. Tackle goes in from Zangaralami. Stapleton, no, boo. Switch in the middle. Did it go forward? Referee's hands are down, so play on. Just a loose ball. Fitzpatrick takes it at a standing start. Does well to recycle. Stapleton just over the halfway line. That gives the Italians a chance to attack here. Better team. Any runners outside? We know how quick she is. We saw her hunt down Alison Miller in that first half. Chance here. Locatelli. Big hit by Jenny Murphy. Really good tackle. Still there. Rigoni, little chip over the top. Nobody after this one though, and Stapleton. Hannah Tyrrell left it for, and Stapleton's going to have a cut herself. Nice offload. Peets to Malloy, trying to go through. Gets the hands free. The Italians have a player down injured at the moment, so temporarily down to 14. Coyne on Upu, lovely hands to get Ali Miller free on the wing. She's so strong, and off she goes. Alison Miller steps inside. Furlan against Miller. Any support for Ali Miller, gets the pass away. Peets again. Lindsay Peets, much better from Ireland. Lovely hands as well. 5 metres short. Quick ball needed though. Pick and go. Lions looking for a second try. Ireland crashing through the middle. The pack almost there. Where's that ball? Need to recycle it. At the back with Spence. Is she going to get over? Yes, she is. Sophie Spence crashes over for Ireland. Second try. We had to wait 51 minutes for one. We've had 2 in the space of 5 minutes. Really
good. Italy are starting to tire now. There was absolutely no chasers on that kick, which left the whole field open for Ireland, and they used it really well. Exposed them out on the left wing with Ali Miller going up and coming across in. Great support by Lindsay Peat and Mary Healy on the inside, and then a simple pick and go for Sophie Spence to score.
What about that for a tackle by Jenny Murphy?
Yeah, players gone off injured now as a result of that tackle. Again, Jenny eyed her up and then followed through.
Sophie Spence, welcome back to the international fold, and one away to mark your return with a try. As you said, Isabella Locatelli is going to play no more part in this game, and on comes Elisa Pilotti to take her place into the back row. 15-3 conversion to come. Not the best strike from Stapleton, but it doesn't matter. It's gone between the posts and an extra 2 points. 17-3. Ireland now in control of this one.
Yeah, I think as Italy starts to hard that little bit more, it'll open up a little bit more for Ireland.
Well, 2 tries down. Bonus point might be in the back of their minds, and if they were to get another 4-try bonus point win here, it would put Ireland top of the table ahead of England by a single point. Rigoni restarts. Too long for the chasers to contest it though, so Fitzpatrick will take it into contact. Griffin. Good run from her. 2 players hanging out of her as well. Healy, much better delivery I think since Healy has come on. No disrespecting Hughes obviously, but just didn't go her way in that first 40 minutes, and Ireland a lot crisper now, and Stapleton looking all the better because of it. Here's Spence. Up the middle she goes. Stapleton again to Malloy. They're queuing up on the outside. Griffin took it backwards. That's really good hands to hang on to the ball, especially when she was tackled as well. Riley and Fitzpatrick calling for it. Ireland much better going through the phases now. Stapleton took her eye off it. Too busy calling a move out wide. Nobu takes the tackle.
No hands.
Heady again. Malloy's knocked it on. The Italians maybe sense that this could be a chance. No, the whistle's gone. We'll go back for the scrum.
It was much better by Ireland. The delivery from Mary is much crisper, and the speed of the ruck is much so there for the backs, under less pressure from the defensive line. A little bit of lack of concentration there from Nora, so able to turn her head away while the ball was coming out, and then it was just a few errors after that with a knock on by Claire Malloy as well.
She wasn't expecting it to come out as quickly as it did, that's for sure. Have a look at this break from Ali Miller again. She's just so difficult to stop.
You okay? Are you subbing?
She's so strong, and then at that pace as well.
Okay. Time's back on, please.
That was the lead up to
Here we are.
the try for Sophie Spence, and Italy need to get something on the board quickly. 23 minutes left to play. 17-3 they trail, and they have a scrum just outside the Irish 22, as you can see.
I will wave you. Okay. Coach! Bind! Set!
Good shove again by the Irish front row. They're a team trying to find a gap. She is one of the quickest players on the pitch, and look at that, she wasn't held. Back on her feet, that's perfectly fine. Off they go. Zangaralami with the pass on the charges. Melissa Battoni. Better by the Italians. Wrestle for the ball though. Managed to steal it. Brilliant work in defence by the Irish, because that was a real attacking chance for Italy. Healy looks to find Staple. They're going to run this from their own line. Nupu out to Ali Miller, and she only knows one thing, and that is to put the head down, and off she goes. Back inside to Nupu. Setting Nupu over the 10. Halfway line. Players trying to rush to give support for her. There's the offload, and it's Lindsay Peets. What about that for the prop? Really good work to support, and the handoff as well. Ireland going the length of the pitch here. Can they finish it off? It would be a brilliant try if they could. Now Upu fires the pass. Spence looks up. Jenny Murphy, advantage being played. Ireland looking for try number 3. Egan calling for it, and here she is. Tackled well though, and Lyons in to try and recycle possession.
Still advantage.
Still playing advantage. Stapleton takes the tackle. Coyne in to try and help her clear the ruck, pick off the bottom. And the pass from Fitzpatrick. No, she opts to keep it. And the right decision too. Healy, bit more composure about Ireland now. Riley hit hard in the tackle and shoved backwards. Healy, Malloy.
No advantage.
Go back for the penalty.
4.
That was a brilliant break.
Offside.
Turnover in our own 22.
Yeah.
Moved the ball out wide. Sene Nupu up. Brilliant support by Lindsay Peach yet again.
On the line,
Bit of a
please,
basketball
ladies.
pass there by Sene Nupu.
Yeah, I mean, Lindsay Peet, I'm really impressed with her work ethic over the last 2 games. Fitness, not an issue for her.
Not just fitness, but her speed as well and her
Yeah.
power.
Are we going to? We've got time off for this, but it's just there. What are we going for?
Second?
It's time off for this,
Okay.
but we're just there. Do you know what? Yeah, okay. Yes.
Leah Lyons back on her feet. Alison Miller, again, such a threat every time she gets that ball. Be a substitution
the mark
for
will be here, so
Italy.
I will
and
wait. But if they tap it, you need to be on the line, okay? So maybe
Michaela
just wait
Este
on
is
the
going
line.
to come in,
Okay.
and Flavia Severin is going to go off.
Offside.
Michaela Asta is one of their English-speaking players. She actually studied in UCD for a while and played a bit of rugby there with them as well.
Time's on.
See if she can make a difference to the Italian team.
Captain. Strong.
Round of applause for Severin, who goes off. And a pretty good first half. Took on a lot of ball.
I just want off that. Or are we okay?
Ireland
with
will get a
that?
chance to go again here.
Middle,
Scrum.
fine, hey? Okay.
At 7 metres out, right in front of the post here. Split back line. Murphy, Coyne, and Tyrrell standing to the right. Stapleton, Naubu, and Ali Miller on the left-hand side.
Do you want
We'll move against away from
Yeah, for sure. Just come this way. Crouch! Bind! Set!
Healy feeds. Fitzpatrick happy to let her scrum half take it to go to the right. It is Murphy. He's trying to use her power to get over from close range. He's just short. Needs to present the ball. Pick and go. Ireland surely. It's a try. Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Super work.
Really simple off a scrum. Great play by Jenny Murphy and then a great pick and go.
Fitzpatrick, the captain, crashes over. And Ireland get their third, 1 away from the bonus point now. With 20 minutes to play, you certainly would have bet against them. This is a much better second half.
Attacking,
Yeah,
You
Italy
have
are
to
really
be
starting to
behind the
tire
ball.
now and
it's your
Ireland are
ball,
getting great
your
change off
scrum
everything
half's
that they're doing.
you can't stand
Real
here.
determination
You have
there
to
for
be in
Jenny
line or
Murphy.
behind, yeah. No worries.
Again, another player that's very hard to stop at full tilt.
Fine, thank you very much. Sir.
Paula Fitzpatrick. Over she goes. 19 minutes to play.
She's had some lovely touches throughout the game, like always looking for the offload. She originally started playing as an out half, then moved into hooker and found her position in the back row. And you know, she's really a ball playing back row.
So Ireland with another substitution, and Ciara Cooney is in place of Ciara Griffin. Conversion attempt by Stapleton. Let's push that one left and wide, so we stay at 22 points to 3. Ireland comfortable now, and as you say, I'm sure Tom Tierney looking to kick on and get that bonus point.
Yeah, they definitely have to have that in their eye now, particularly with the games coming down the road with the likes of France and England and what they've done yesterday. So, you know, you have to chase every point that you can get.
Lindsay Peat takes the restart. There for Healy. Spence carries into contact. Stapleton. Gary Owen. Murphy's after this one. She's underneath it as well. Uses her hands, but that went forward. An advantage to Italy. Furlan.
Forward off green.
No advantage coming. Go back for the scrum.
We'll take the scrum.
It's good to see Ciara Cooney back again. She's been out a while with an injury. I think it was a shoulder injury.
Some big hits going in, particularly in the centre.
Are we subbing or is she okay? She's okay. Okay, we're playing on. Time's still on. We'll play.
With the Italian team, you know, again, the structures underneath it that they really need to start working on in the next couple of years to get girls playing at a younger age, similar to Ireland and what we've been doing and have to continue doing. It's just they have a few players that are now left Italy to play abroad, which sometimes doesn't help the club structures in Italy.
Set! Steady.
There's the feed from Baratine. Gets the ball out. Ligoni fires a bit of an aimless pass there to Furlan, who manages to pick it up. Kick is blocked down by Tyrrell. Ireland first to react, and Jenny Murphy cleans up on the ground. Fitzpatrick sucks in two defenders. Healy switches the point of attack to the blind side. Malloy delays the pass. Now Upu spinning out of one and brings play to the 10-metre line. Healy once more. Here is Cooney. First touch for her. A chance to go wide now if they want. Lyons has other ideas. Malloy. Spence trying to get the hands. Beautiful. Went forward, did it? Well,
Yeah. Forward.
referee better placed than us to make that one. And scrum to Italy.
Good to see her looking for that offload. It was a brilliant support line by Paula Fitzpatrick again.
You okay?
Just a little bit forward.
It's coming. We'll have time for a second.
Yeah, just forward, I think. And as I say, good idea.
I think the form that England were in yesterday, you can't really see many teams touching them.
No. I mean, France did give them a good run. And then
Time's on.
they went out and hammered Scotland. So that doesn't bode
Ladies.
well. But as you say, Ireland maybe just growing into this one. Just the way the draw worked out this year, they could afford maybe not to be at their best for the first couple of games and still get those victories. So if they can improve and the graph keeps going up, then you never know.
Crouch! Bind! Oh, whoa, whoa. Sorry, she just looked up at her. It's fine. Crouch! Bind! Set!
So Sophie Spence has gone to number 8.
Early.
But the Italians get a free kick and Baratine wastes no time. Off she goes. Pop pass, big tackle from Malloy. Put her on the ground. Ireland get
7 off
possession,
the feet.
but Malloy just went off her feet after she made that hit. So penalty to the Italians. Again, Baratine looking to run this one. They realise now 15 minutes to play. They might as well leave everything out there. Carry up the middle from Lucia Camarano. Rigoni. Well, that one thrown forward almost by Petoni. I mean, the tackle didn't help her, but Healy comes away with it. And the cube outsider, Fitzpatrick, Naupu, Murphy, again another forward pass.
Ladies, we just come back here.
No advantage.
The idea is right. They're looking to get the ball out into those channels for Ali Miller to make some
advantage.
ground on, but execution poor again.
That was so far forward. Italy have only won 2 of their last 6 championship games. That was against Scotland in Bologna and Wales in Aberavon. They've played 14 times, and the only time that Italy have beaten Ireland was the first ever game between the sides in Nice in 1997. So Ireland dominant, a bit like the men's team over the last few years. Spence at number 8, back to Healy, pass to Tyrrell. Not much room for her to work with, so she comes off the wing and sets up possession again. Cooney brings play almost to the halfway line. Lyons, good handoff. And Magoni. An advantage being played to Ireland. Tackler not releasing. Little kick in behind here. Where's this one going to bounce? Up for Furlan. We'll go back for the penalty.
6. Must release.
And it's against Lucia Camerano.
It was a good ball carry by Leah Lyons. Ireland are now getting front foot on their ball carries, which is really good, and it just allows more opportunities for the backs to attack. It's been a quite stop-start game in general. There's been no momentum in it.
Yeah, that period where Ireland scored 2 tries in quick succession, probably the best that we've seen, but right, there has been start and handling errors and mistakes from both teams, so a couple of injuries as well, which hasn't helped.
It'll be a free kick. Let's go.
So almost at the final 10-minute mark, and Ireland looking for that bonus point. 3 tries in the second half. Can they get the 4th? Riley, ball off the top. Healy, Stapleton took it out of the sky, and there for Sophie Spence. Crash through, gets the offload away to Malloy. Good hands from Spence and Malloy to keep that one alive. Pete. Healy once more. Stapleton looking for Murphy. Jenny Murphy tries the handoff. Off she goes. Pass goes wide. Maybe she just should have held on to that when it went forward as well.
Forward here.
If she died with the ball there, Ireland would have set up and maybe had another go.
It came from a lovely line again, similar to last week against Scotland. Lovely weighted pass by Nora Stapleton, but just trying to force it a little bit too much at the end.
Sorry. Mark's here, ladies. Here we are. Here's the mark. Sorry, ladies. Here. Yeah, perfect, thanks.
And we see it again. This was the break. As I said, really good line. Bursting off the first and the second tackle. It was just that pass there. Coyne ran a good line to support her. But Italy looking to get rid of this ball.
Barnes! Set!
Ireland trying to put pressure. Taken off the back. Berrettine kicks it clear and finds touch, which will bring play outside the Italian 22. Ireland will get the throw.
Italy's become very disjointed. We haven't seen much in the first half. They were moving the ball a little bit more through their backs. There was some nice interplay, but they haven't had much ball to do anything with.
Let's go. Come on in.
Riley, good ball off the top. Stapleton. Sophie Spence. Tackled by her opposite number. Ilaria Arrighetti still there. Another really good line from Jenny Murphy. This time thinks better of the offload. Hits the deck, and Ireland at the Italian 22. Fitzpatrick takes 2 to bring her down. Ireland queuing up out wide now. Egan into contact. There for Healy again. Lovely pass, and she was under pressure there. At full tilt, Claire Malloy trying to get the hands free. Inside the Italian 22. Stapleton with the switch. Sene Naupu chopped down. Good tip tackle. Otherwise she was away. Pete took it very flat, but got over the gain line. Keeps the momentum going. Ireland pushing for that 4th. Cooney runs into a wall. Malloy takes it off her. Gets the pass away to Stapleton. Was that forward again? The pass.
Here we go.
What I will say, Ireland are getting through the phases a lot better, but then it's just that force, and it's just when it's probably better just to take it down. And I can see what they're trying to do. They're pushing for that try. They're looking for the offloads, which you don't want to discourage either, but to make sure they're on.
Yeah, this is Mark. Let's go, please.
Berrettini feeds the scrum, and they work this near side. Chance to have a go at the Irish backline now. Tackle goes in. Went forward from Coyne's hands.
Maybe we're okay with that down there.
And it's another scrum to Italy. 8 minutes to play.
It's just handling error after handling error. That's a big hit in by Jenny Murphy that causes the handling error.
Yeah. Just wait. Time's off while we wait. Let's play, please. And I'm back on. Crouch! Bind! Set!
There's the feed from Berrettini, controlled by Giordano at the back. Whistle goes. Ireland not driving straight. The Italians get the penalty. Berrettini thought about getting on with it quickly, but I think the sensible choice to go up the line, get out of their own half first of all. And, well, Rigoni finds touch just inside their own half. So they're still there. I wonder what the crowds have made of this. Obviously a tight first half, but Ireland
1 and 3.
just dominating in the second. So Egan is going to come off and Ciara O'Connor comes in, and Lindsay Peat replaced by Ilse van Staden. So fresh legs into the front row for Ireland. Ball over the top. Claire Malloy reacts first to it, and look at that lovely feed again to get free. Claire Malloy, off she goes. Malloy leaves him for dead inside the 22. Berrettini makes the tackle to get back there. Ireland Spence looked like it would have gone forward there, but they're queuing up outside Stapleton if she can get her hands free. Now Upu calling for slow ball coming back, though. The Italians have regrouped and got the defensive line back in place. Sene Upu drops the ball. Well, brilliant break again from Claire Malloy, who's had a really good game, but Ireland could not capitalise on it.
Yeah, we've seen Claire much more out in the open field, you know, where there's a lot more space for her, where we can see her speed and her stepping. She hasn't been as much as a nuisance around the breakdown, but she hasn't needed to be because other people have been doing that job.
Well, there she is, and just been confirmed as the player of the match too. Fully deserved, Fiona?
Yeah, fully deserved on her 50th cap. You know, she's been a bright spark every time she's got the ball. You know, she's put a shift of work in around fringes. And on her 50th cap as well.
So Claudia Salvadego is going to come in place of Maria Magatti. And I'll throw the dice really for the Italians.
12.
And Melissa Bettoni is going to come off, and Gaia
12.
Giacomelli is going to come in.
Yeah. It is.
Another substitution for the Italians.
Good on the sideline, all subs now.
Salvadego is going to come in
Number 2.
and go straight on to the wing.
Hang on, we still have time off, ladies. Sorry, we're still making subs. 2. Okay.
Well, empty the bench time. Bettoni goes off. She's good from the line out. Carried a lot of ball as well, the Italian number 2, but her day's work is done as we approach the last 5 minutes here in Aquila.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Steady.
Again, pressure from the Irish front row. Italians get it away. Rigoni, little switch. Malloy, as she always does, makes the tackle
Stay.
and keeps the Italians inside their own 22. Rigoni tries to kick this time. Tyrrell's there, is going to let this one bounce. It's going to bounce into touch, and Ireland will get the line out.
Yeah, Ireland really now are going to chase and look for that bonus point.
Step, please.
Well, they've had a couple of chances, haven't they? I mean, it'll be, I know, win the match first and foremost, but they have had chances to get that 4th try.
Yeah, and they've been trying to force it, and that's been a problem. They've been trying so hard to get it that they've been forcing it.
Riley goes up, but it's stolen. And Rigoni first to react there. Keeps the ball alive. Michaela Este. And carried up by Ferrar. Adagetti. Berrettine. Is Este carrying again. Van Staden trying to put her down. So too Lyons, but still with Berrettine for possession. Going across the pitch more than anything else. Cooney put in a big tackle there. Berrettine, spotted the mismatch completely in the scrum half, almost away. Sene Upu came across to make the tackle. Right they go. Furlan. Good handoff. And then an equally good tackle just to close that space. Berrettine goes to the right hand side. Little grubber through from Foley. And she'll find touch. No, they'll get the line out.
Great grubber through. We probably haven't seen as much of Furlan as Italy would have liked to try and get her into the game. She's really a elusive runner, but I suppose in the second half they hadn't had enough ball and she's had a quiet enough day.
Yeah, that was the tackle there from Cooney. And then Zango Alami with the grubber kick through.
Now we have a
Bring play inside the Irish half. Right coin.
Okay, we're good. Let's use once.
Didn't he get the scrum?
It's not available. More. Here we go.
Paula Fitzpatrick just asking Rachel Horton about a challenge in the air, but the referee having none of it, so Italians get the put in. Time running out now to get that 4th try for Ireland. And the way the table is stacked, every single point counts.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Steady.
Better scrum. Rigoni, little dummy, and then the pass to Furlan. Lovely line, trying to get the ball out wide. I went for it, was it? Deliberate knock on. Could be a penalty advantage if it is. Berrettine feeds. Zango Alami with the pop pass, and she takes her place as first receiver. They go left. Oh, little grubber kick through. Surely no advantage from that.
No advantage.
That's exactly what I was talking about Furlan and her elusive running style. You know, they needed to do it earlier in the game to get her involved. You know, she makes ground every time she carries.
Yeah, really dangerous there, and just couldn't get that pass away. Referee deciding it was just a knock on. Nothing deliberate about it, so last 90 seconds of the game.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Steady.
Again, good work in the front row. Brilliant shift by the pack. And Spence takes it over the 10-metre line. Just as I say, she loses possession. It's gone into touch. And it'll be a line out to Italy. Ball off the top to use. Berrettine to Rigoni. Ireland up quickly. Upu makes the tackle. And Zangaralami, in fairness to her, held on to that ball. Rigoni once more. Pressure from Naupu again, this time on Michaela Solari.
12.
Offside.
12. Offside here.
Quick tap and go by Baratine, the scrum half. Gets the pass away. Better from the Italians. Rigoni inside the 22. Can they finish with a try here? We've gone the 80 minutes. Furlan. Looks like Ireland won't get their bonus point. Good tackle on the Italian full-back. Again, Baratine leaves it. Zangaralami. Ball's gone loose. Ireland, I'm sure, when they get rid of it, they got a penalty. Well, they might as well go for it here.
Definitely, you've got to run it from here. Time's up.
No, it's time. It's time. We're still time on. It's time. No time for the lineup. Time's gone. Hannah!
Crossfield kick to Hannah Tyrrell. Well, she has the pace to get in behind. If this one sits up for her, she's waiting for it to sit up. And then off she goes. Hannah Tyrrell, can she get the bonus points? Over the halfway line. Naupa on her outside, but she's going to have to go on her own. Hannah Tyrrell backs the pace. Ireland for the bonus point. Tyrrell for the corner.
Brilliant vision by Nora Stapleton. Nora knew there wasn't much else on. Brilliant vision for that crossfield kick. Hannah read it really well and took that try excellently. Brought them in and brought them back out and scored outside there. Brilliant.
Well, just like in Broadwood last week, Ireland save it for the very last play to get the 4th try and the bonus point. Talk about leaving it late. Tom Shearney has a bit of a smile to himself. I think he can afford one. But what a run that was from Hannah Tyrrell. Look at this. The vision, first of all, to pick her out. She was waiting for her to sit up. I thought it would be too late for her, but she burnt on the outside. And then a second handoff as well. We know she has the pace from the 7s. And then Furlan stood up and she couldn't stop her. Looks good to me. I think they're just checking to see whether it was offside or not, but what a try from Hannah Tyrrell. Best till last.
Obviously disappointing first half from Ireland, but to turn around in the second half and score 4 tries, if the ref deems that was a try, that's a good turnaround and they'll sit on top of the table.
Just waiting for confirmation. Stapleton crossfield kick. It was right in front of us and Hannah Tyrrell looked onside. She wasn't even waiting for wasn't expecting the kick, so she wouldn't have pre-jumped. And the try is good. Well, what a way to finish. No tries in the first half, 4 in the second for Ireland. The bonus point in the bag now, and they will top the table, waiting for the conversion, waiting for a kicking tee.
You know, they've 2 weeks now to build and I suppose work on some of the things that didn't work in the first half and go into France with confidence. And France at home, you know, you never know what way France are going to travel. France will be confident after a big win yesterday over Scotland.
So, last kick of the game. Stapleton to add the extra 2. Good strike, but it's going to fall just short. Final whistle goes. Ireland do the business. They get the bonus point. And they've won out here in Italy by 27 points to 3.